Well, hello again everyone. We're away in the van again. We're off down to Looe in Cornwall for a few days. Well, it was a rather long journey down to Cornwall, but of course in the new van you can travel much more comfortably. So the time soon passed before we arrived on the site. Well, here we are, we're all pitched up at Bayview Farm campsite. Nikki's getting the dinner ready. It is a bit of a narrow approach down some country lanes to get here, but well worth the journey when you arrive. So what are we having for dinner then, darling?
Well, we're having some of my homegrown vegetables. Carrots, bit of a funny shape, but actually that's how they come and show on the packet. Can you open that for me and I'll show you?
Tissue paper.
No. And in there, we've got some broad beans. You can start shelling those if you like. Some broad beans, which I grew. And further down, I grew some peas as well. So we've got peas. We haven't had very many vegetables the last few days and I'm missing them.
No,
so,
had a lot of cake.
Yeah. And a lot of sort of fried food and stuff like that. So it's time to have some vegetables. Okay. And I'm going to have salmon, and you can have salmon with me or you can have sausages.
I'll have the salmon with you.
Okay, that'll be lovely. Very healthy and by the sea as well.
Now, of course, we don't have an oven in the new van, so we're cooking the salmon wrapped in foil on the kayak. Well, now we've had dinner, let's have a look round the site. This is the entrance from that narrow approach road. And this is the main camping field. It's a bit sloping, but it does have this absolutely fantastic view across the bay and over the town of Looe. Perfectly serviceable bogs. Laundry and pot wash facilities. Some absolutely massive shower cubicles. A freezer for your ice blocks, that's cool. Back outside there's a few statics pitched up. And a few ponies to say hello to. Hello, here's the bin. Pitches seem to be allocated on arrival, but we've been lucky and we've been given this pitch which overlooks that fantastic sea view. And if you want to come with friends who haven't got their own motorhome or camper van or caravan, there are these luxury glamping pods that you can stay in, which also share the same fantastic view. Well, it's Tuesday morning, and after I went to bed last night, absolutely hammered it down with rain for most of the night. But you wouldn't think it now, looking at the sunshine outside. Our plan for today, I think, is to walk into Looe to meet up with our friends and yeah, just see where the day takes us. Might have some lunch in Looe while we're there. I've got to buy some more trousers because I only bought one pair of thin trousers with us. And I think we need some more bog roll as well. And this is really how we spent the next few days, going backwards and forwards along the coast path. About a 5-mile round trip into Looe and back to see our friends each day. Yeah, so we certainly got some steps in. Before you get to Looe, you pass through the little resort at Millandreath Beach. Now the cliffs here are quite unstable. You can see how sort of loose and friable the rock is. So it's not really recommended that you go too close to the cliffs, but I couldn't resist having a look at some of the little sea caves here. You can do a little through trip in this one. There's a promising looking hole up here. Let's climb up here and have a look at this one too. Oh, it looks like this one has a little through trip too. And of course I had to have a bit of a paddle in the sea. Cool, some of these little stones in half a bit sharp on my old tootsies. There's a fair old pull to walk the rest of the way into Looe, but fortunately there's a few little places to get ice cream on the way to keep you going. Now once you make it into Looe, it is a very pleasant little town. There's lots of shops to browse through. I bought myself some new sunglasses. Let's go and find some beer and ice cream. And this was the view from our friend's balcony in Looe, where we spent much of the rest of our time just sitting and chatting and passing the time away, really. A much more chilled kind of holiday than we usually have. There was no real high adventure on this one, but yeah, very enjoyable nonetheless. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you again in the next video.